This year has been a big one for comic book and superhero movies. Some have been met with praise.
Try again!
I am Groot.
And others with outrage from fans. In this video, I wanted to go over some of the best and worst superhero and comic book movies that I've seen this year in 2017, starting with the worst right up to the very best. The first Power Ranger movie to come out since the 90s seemed to miss the mark in this modern, revamped version of everyone's favorite Saturday morning superheroes. Spending more time on angsty teen drama about how they are all misfits, and less time as actual Power Rangers makes for a very long and dull film about a gang of detention recidivists. Rita Repulsa is purely a joke character, a cross between Austin Powers' Goldmember and Seal from the Species movie series. Goldar and the Putties couldn't have been brushed over any more than they were, along with the plot, acting, action, and any hopes of a good Power Rangers movie, all brushed over and buried. Finally, the movie everyone has been waiting years for. A film about a villain with a horned helmet in search of a powerful cosmic cube that happens to be linked to the lives of certain superheroes, and in his search for these cubes, brings together the heroes as a team that will be his undoing, and as well he's guided by a massive CGI army of flying aliens to help him. I wonder where we've heard that one before. Did I like Justice League? Well, I didn't hate it, but I certainly by no means loved it. Horrible acting, poorly executed special effects, which both seem to be staples now in the DC movies, along with thin plots that were written by people who totally haven't done their homework on anything regarding comic books, or for that matter, movies. The return to Guardians of the Galaxy after the huge success of the original film was an exciting time for fans of the franchise, filled with the same tongue-in-cheek innuendos and snappy humor. While the action and acting by the cast was kept at the same entertaining level, the dialogue and jokes begin to border on the level a 6th grader would find amusing. But hey, maybe that's their demographic. Now, what's the plot about in Guardians this time around? Well, it's about a deadbeat dad who crosses paths with his son, Star-Lord, only for the son to find out that his dad was always a jerk, basically shameless on a galactic space level, minus some of the drinking and way more penis jokes. The only reason this movie had 5 different post-credit scenes was probably to make up for the lack of a script for a movie that brings anything new to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With the recent release of The Last Jedi, fans seem to be torn right down the middle. Some are crying out saying, pave the way for a new generation of Star Wars characters and stories, while others are crying out blasphemy. The Last Jedi lived up to no one's hopes or predictions in this sequel to The New Hope. The Force Awakens. In this latest installment in the Star Wars saga, we see our new and old heroes come together for nearly 2.5 hours of lollygagging around the universe that amounts to a lot of nothing. Some pretty awesome action and special effects sprinkled over an overdrawn story about legacy, choices, and consequences. I definitely don't feel the hate of a lot of people that have seen this movie as of late, but hopefully by the next film, and I do mean a proper episode, not one of these solo films they've been doing, that Disney can get it right. By the way, Rogue One was a god-awful movie. A bunch of meaningless characters that have no depth or value in the Star Wars universe. As a whole, just doing things that really don't matter at all. I actually fell asleep twice watching Rogue One. I don't know why they made it, and to be honest, the rest of these solo movies they're making, I just wish they would just can all of them. By far the best DC movie to come out since the Dark Knight trilogy. While that may or may not be saying much, Wonder Woman brought a refreshing new take on the iconic character. While I'm not sure why Gal Gadot is affecting her accent upon Wonder Woman, when no other Amazon on the island has an accent of any kind, and apparently no one has ever left the island, I think she did a pretty good job in this first solo film. I'm also not sure when DC is going to get away from weird-looking horned helmet villains in their movies. The first Spider-Man movie to be crafted by Disney in a deal between the film giant and Sony brought a new face to the world of superhero films. Tom Holland, the third actor in the last 20 years to play the iconic Peter Parker, swung fans back to the Spider-Man films after the dismal attempts by Sony to restart the franchise. While it has all the cameos of comic characters, amazing action scenes, and special effects, on top of Tom Holland's near-perfect portrayal of the dorky and quippy Peter Parker, the film runs about an hour longer than necessary, drawing out teen drama that felt awkward and empty. On a side note, MJ, Spider-Man's iconic love interest, is a homeless-looking modern-day hipster with more eye-roll-inducing lines than any of his cheesy supervillains.
go already? Because I was hoping to get in some light protesting in front of one of the embassies before dinner, so.
Protesting is patriotic. Let's get on the bus.
What did you do?
Audiences got to see familiar faces say goodbye to the franchise while being introduced to new characters that brought a new energy to the film. Logan takes its place at #1 best movie of 2017 in my opinion, for its masterful telling of a tragic hero's end with superhero-level action and the best performances yet by Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, giving the tormented and tragic life of Wolverine a peaceful end.
This is what it feels like. Now, whatever you do.
So that's my list of best and worst superhero movies of 2017. Did you agree with my list? Did it turn your stomach with anger because Justice League wasn't at the top? Let me know in the comments below. Please share and subscribe, and thanks for watching.